episode 4097, Refined by the Fire.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready for an extraordinary weekend because it's just around the corner. It's Friday, Junior. Yes, it is. It's Inspiration Motivation Day. I want you to have a smile on your face and joy in your heart. And you know what? In order to really do that, to get down to the nitty gritty, you got to be refined by the fire. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already didn't have the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and to sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, what have you been doing this week? Seriously, what have you accomplished? Maybe I should ask you more about what lessons have you learned? Because when you look at life in its totality, life doesn't always add up when you look at it from the surface, right? Each day comes packaged with its own set of challenges, victories, and yes, moments that just don't make sense. They're the head-scratching moments that you're like, It makes you stop and go, But you see, your next step is shaped by the now. But the day itself could be good, bad, or downright ugly. Right? Even though you're pausing, even though you think that you got it, you still aren't guaranteed it. The question remains, will you let your failures define you, or will you be refined by the fire? Because, being refined by the fire means choosing boldness in the face of uncertainty. And too often we get stuck, right? We dwell too long on what's not working, frankly, because it's easier. We just hang out there. No planning, no decisions, no action. Just sitting. Just doing what we know. Letting habits take over. But sitting is not the place of growth. It's a comfort zone disguised as safety. But the truth is this, you are made for more. In fact, I want you to shout it from the mountaintop, like nobody's around you. And if you are around people, and if you were to yell like that, people might call people because they think you're in trouble. Don't do it now. It might be inappropriate. Okay. But I want you in your mind to be on the tippy top of a mountain, and all you see are other mountains around you. There's just this gorgeous, beautiful sunset. The clouds are bellowing. They're fluffy and white. And you're at the tippy top, and you're saying, I am made for more. I am made for more. Now we know it doesn't really feel that way when you're in the mess, when you're in the thick of it, when the chaos and the challenges are happening, or I like to say when the CRAP hits the fan, right? You've got the challenges, rejections, adversities, and problems. And you're like, how come? Why? Why me? And you go into that spiral. Don't go there. It's not worth it. You've got a calling bigger than your setbacks. The pain, the struggle, the fear, they don't get the final say unless you let them. So don't. Being refined by the fire means stepping forward with courage, even when you don't have the full picture. You don't wait for clarity to strike like lightning. It would be great. It'd be great if you would have that Moses moment, the burning bush. But quite frankly, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't. You have to be in tune with what God wants. You have to discern. You have to know. You have to look for the God winks. You have to be willing to move. You have to be willing to risk. You have to be willing to trust and have faith that the path will emerge beneath your feet. And I get it. It's hard. I've walked those tight ropes before. I'm walking some right now. And I'm like, oh, Lord, seriously, can I do this? Shall we do this? And I was literally laying in my bed. And I was actually, not because I was going to sleep. I love a heating pad. And having 5 children, well, let's just say I had a lot of back labor. And I've done a lot of lifting in my years. And so my back can be one that just kind of aggravates me. And quite frankly, laying on a heating pad helps me. And so that's what I do once in a while. And so I had the time. And so I was having more of a lazy morning, and I was laying on the heating pad. I was going through a lot of things that I could do, emptying out 150 or so emails. Yeah, I kid you not. That was just like for a third of my day. Ridiculous, I know. But I was emptying out those, and then I was kind of going through some things and scheduling and sending texts back and answering questions and whatnot. And I paused for a moment, and I thought, okay, you just need to stop, Christiane. You just need to stop. Because sometimes we get so busy that we don't stop. We just keep going. My dad always said, stop and smell the roses. Well, at this point, I said, you know what? No, it's not about the roses. It's about God right now. And usually stop and smell the roses is about God, by the way, how I look at it anyway, and how my father really meant it to me. But I would sit there, and I just laid there, and I was like, Lord, you know where I'm at. This is what is in front of me. What do I do? What is the next step? If we take this next step, what does it look like? And all I kept getting inside of me, this nudge of like, I've got you. You want to stretch. You want to grow. You want your faith to grow. You want to see what I can do. You must have still faith in me. I got you. If this is where you know you're supposed to go, then you take that next step. I was like, Lord, seriously. But there was something about it. It was a peace. And a lot of people will ask me, Christiane, where do you find your answers? Where do they come from? I'm like, there's something about it. I may not know the answer, but I know the next step. The outcome, I got to give that to God. But the next step might be, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and God's going to help direct, etc. And if he needs to redirect to help me pivot or whatever, that's what we'll do. And that's what we do. We just take it that next step. So I said, okay, we're going to do it, because it was just this peace. I felt at peace about it. And I was like, I've done what I can do here from an earthly perspective. I've used my noggin, so to speak, right? I've discerned, I've researched, I've done all the due diligence, and it all adds up to this is where we're supposed to go. I'm like, all right, here we go. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. It comes from Proverbs 27:17. The fire of challenge burns away the weak and rough edges of your character, and then it hones your strength and resolve. You don't come out the same. You come out harder and sharper and more ready to face the next fight. Iron sharpens iron. We can't be passive in our life. We have to be bold. And when you know you're made for more, you stop being a passenger in your own life. You decide how you show up, bold, relentless, and unafraid to make a move. The fire doesn't consume you. It creates you. It steals your mind and shapes your actions into something unstoppable. And that steel mind is S-T-E-E-L. It steals your mind. It makes it so sharp, so focused. The clarity is there. So don't wait for perfect conditions to begin. Don't let fear freeze your next step. Be refined by the fire. Rise up. Make that bold choice. The world doesn't owe you chance after chance. But I'm here to remind you, my friend, you've got what it takes to create your now. Because at the end of the day, it's not about avoiding the fire. It's about letting the fire forge you into exactly who you are meant to be. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.